the Devis, the Devtas and Bhagwan. Once more again, I'm very humble and privileged to be here with you all this morning. Of course, yesterday I took the opportunity to welcome you all to the Sanatan Dharam Mandir. I did that on behalf of Pandit Seth. Today he is here with us, amongst us, and as I welcome Pandit Seth, and as he sit there, and I'm sitting there doing puja, I'm sure it brought back to him many memories, going back to many other days. More so than anything else, I'm here, most of you all are here to listen to the Vyasa from the last night Katha of Bhagwan Shri Ganapati Bhagwan. So I'm sure we all await your discourse, Vyasji. May you continue to grace us with your vidya, your jnanam, and may you bless us this morning. May Bhagwan continue to grace you and bless you in all your endeavors, and continue to follow our Dharma according to the way it was prescribed ever since the inception of time. I would ask Pandit Seth to give us a few words before the Vyas give us his knowledge. And once more again, Sister Brother, Namaste, Sitaram.
Ram Ram Sitaram Paul. Reverend Vyasji, Lord Pandit, Kirtan Mandali, devotees and all. Firstly, we give thanks to Bhagwan Sri Krishna this morning for giving us this beautiful day to come and glorify the feet of Bhagwan. We put our hands in prayer to Bhagwan Sri Krishna and ask for his darshan. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Ratana Mano, Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna, Govinda Govinda Namo Namaste. Praise the Lord Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. My dear devotees and all, last night I was not here. I missed a big opportunity last night to be here with you all. For I know how sweet and enjoyable katha you all probably heard last night, and I missed out on that. I didn't know that we'll have Baba come this weekend, so I had booked some puja before, and because of my previous obligation, I had to go with my commitment. And nevertheless, I'm here this morning, and I'm looking forward to again listen to the Nectar Katha from our Vyasji, who is so eloquent in delivering beautiful Katha to us. Once more, this Mandir is blessed to have you in our presence. We always look forward when you come to Houston, Texas, and today is no exception. I'm pretty sure that all of us are waiting eager to listen to your beautiful Katha, and the time has gone too fast, too long already, so that's diminished your time. And so I'm not going to take more time. I'll pass it on to our Vyasji. Praise the Lord, Vyas Bhagwan ki Jai.
Thank you very much, Panditji. Jai Jai Sitaram sabko. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Gurudatta, Om Sai Ram. And a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Let us sit upright for a few minutes as we commence with our opening prarthana and create that Shakti, that devotion. As we call upon Bhagwan, Chris, open up the volume a little bit. Volume scarce this morning, boy. Jai Shri Krishna. Lovely, thank you. Somebody wrote if you can. Let us sit upright, clasp our hands, bow our heads, and close our eyes in prayer. Concentrate on that beautiful form of Vinayaka, Lord Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We breathe in, energize every cell of this body with positivity, all the beautiful legends that were sung earlier on, and all the energy and Shakti that exists in this beautiful Mandir, Sanatan Mandir. As we exhale, release all the negativity, all the negative energies, anything that's harmonic, let it go. And drop your shoulders and relax. We take another deep breath and say Om as we inhale. As we exhale, again, release all the negativities. Once more, inhale very slowly now. Hold the breath if you can. Bring that image of Shakti, Ganesha and Dharma into the center of your forehead, or Ganesha, or Bhavati, Bhagavan Shiva. Now release that energy. Relax. Sri Ganeshaya Namah Shri Saraswati Namah Sri Guru Charanamaleyo Namo Namah Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Mayūr-eśvara Guru Satsangh Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sarvamangala-mangale Shive Sarvasarige Sharanyatambake Gauri Narayani Namosute. We bow before the feet of Bhagavan, Bhagavan Shiva, seated upon Mount Kailash. Hari Press your hands once again, close your eyes and bow heads. Return to the very first shloka of Sri Ramacharitamanus, written by Goswami Tulsidas-ji. This beautiful prayer glorifying Lord Ganesha, Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, Mother Mani, the goddess of speech, of course, is Sri Valmiki. Chapter 1, shloka number 1, Balakam, Sri Ramacharitamanus. Vardanam Artha Sangharanam Rasanam Chandasamati Mangalanam Kartaram Vande Vani Vinayaka Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupiyo Yadya Vinana Siddhasam Ishvaram Vande Bodhamayamekam Guru Shankarupino Yamashritohi Vakrohi Chandra Sarvat Vandage Sitaram Punya Swagatam once again, devotees. Welcome to this, our final session of this two-session yajna in devotion to Bhagavan Sri Ganesha here in the beautiful Sanatan Dharam Mandir. We go before the feet of Lord Ganesha this morning in bhajan. The mantra tells us, Shunam Dharam Vishnu Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhai Sarvavigano Vashantaye Agajan Paramanam Gajanam Arisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Ask all of us this morning to clap our hands and to sing to the top of our voices as we invoke the Shakti of that beautiful darling son of Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva, the beautiful Lord Ganesha. Praise the Lord Swami ki. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Mohdaya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Mohdaya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Mohdaya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Om done. Just a little bit, you can reduce it. Check, 1, 2, much better, thank you. In the Ganesha Puran, there's a beautiful eulogy given to Bhagavan Sri Ganesha. And this was offered to him by all the gods. You know, according to scriptures, whenever there is a celestial birth, the birth of an avatar, the birth of a form of Bhagavan, we pray to one God. Remember this, eh? In the Western world, we are criticized as Hindus sometimes. Oh, you Hindus have thousands of gods, you know. Just yesterday we had a Hindu is now running for the US president. I'm not a politician, but I'm just sharing with you. And one of the comments that was made by an American, because he's running and he's a Hindu, why are we going to install this guy in the White House? He's going to have thousands of gods in there. No, you're mistaken, my dear. Sarvaloka ekanatham, says the mantra. In all the universes, he may be known by many names, but ekanatham is one God. One God, different forms. So please do not be confused. If you overhear someone making this negative statement about Sanatan Dharma, please put them in their place. Not put them in their place, but correct them. Sarvaloka ekanatham. You call him Christ, you call him Allah, Buddha, Jehovah. He is still but one. This morning, all the gods are giving praise to Ganpati Bhagwan by this beautiful hymn. I ask all of you, when we recite from the scriptures, please sit upright so you can receive the Shakti, the energy and the blessings of the gods. Bless Ganpati Bhagwan. Gently close your eyes or even look at the Murti. Just focus on the Murti. Clear your mind of all thoughts. And just concentrate on Bhagwan Shri Ganesha's gods. Speak now. They sing. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Trisiddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. The gods begin to speak now. Gajananaya Puranaya Santaya Rupamayate Vidhena Sarvatra Sanisthaya Namo Namah Ameya Chahibra Prajapurhate Yade Mushakavahan Vishvesha Vishveshaya Namo Namah Anantaya Vidhatraya Parishambe Rupini Shiva Putraya Dhiraya Ruhagaya Te Namah Paripranaya Harevaya Devanam Palakayate Sarvesham Pujadheyaya Ganeshaya Namo Namah Swama Ananda Vasine Tukha Shiva Sankar Devate Vishnadeva Vishnadena Pulakevaya Namo Namah Yoga Akaya Sarvesham Yoga Shanti Pradaya Cha Brahmeshaya Nasmastubhyam Brahma Bhuta Pradayate Siddhi Buddhi Pratyekatha Siddhi Buddhi Pradayani Mayani Maya Chepyacha Mohadaya Namo Namah Lambodharaya Vatubhyam Sarvodhara Cha Amayita Mayayaya Adhayaya Namo Namah Gaja Sarvasya Bhijam Yatena Chintaye Vinah Yoginasva Pradayanti Tathakali Bhavanati Tena Tvam Gajavakatacha Kim Sukham Savadekatam Vedayo Vikundhaya Sanekhaya Chadipare Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Shukradaya Cha Shachedaya Stotram Shakta Bhavanite Tathapi Sanskruto Astifam Sabhuntam Tadarsham Nama Iti Shri Ganapataye Baba Samarpayami Prem Subhaganan Swami Ki Jai. We want to give praise to Bhagavan Sri Ganesha. Once again, Swagatam, welcome to all of you, Pandit Seshji. We missed you dearly last night, Panditji. Panditji, thank you for wonderful puja. My dear brother Pandits as well, other Pandits. Krishna Bhaiya, Krishna Ji, thank you for allowing us to be part of this satsang and to share with you in puja and satsang this morning. Pradeep and family, to all of you who have come, Nanda Ji as well, for helping out to make this year a success. To all the musicians, give all of them a lovely round of applause. Uncle Jerry Bullock, we missed you playing last night, but this morning I heard you and you're totally excellent. Bhaiya with the harmonium, you sang a beautiful bhajan this morning. Just repeat the first line of the bhajan, please. Sab kaam ho raha hai. You brought me to tears this morning. I was tapping up on his age. Oh Lord, maybe aapke paas hai, oh Lord. Whatever my problems are, whatever pain, whatever suffering, I submit to you, Krishna. That bhajan is so deep and so meaningful, devotees. What a mood that you have set, the tone you have set for this session of devotion this morning. I'd like to welcome all of you from near and far, to all of you joining us, our online audience who follows me all over. Jai Jai Sitaram Sabko is different. It's an hour ahead. We are hour ahead in the Eastern time zone where most of the devotees are. And to all of you this morning, we say Swagatam, greetings and love here from the members of the Sanatan Dharam Mandir. To my Didi Indraji who is celebrating a milestone birthday tomorrow, we say to you happy birthday, and of course, Sarika Ji, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, before I start, I was scheduled to be here for the last Navratri, which was in April. I had just returned from India, just a week, and I was going to fly out here the next week. But Bhagwan had other plans. He said, boy, you need to slow down. So he gave me some extra weight. He gave me a kidney stone. And he says, you take it easy. So I had to cancel, unfortunately, for not being here during Navratri. But amongst all the calls and those who checked in on me from day to day, I received a daily call from Pandit Seshji. Daily. Baba, how are you keeping? How are you doing? And Baba, I wanted to say this personally in a public opening, an audience, that meant the world to me. And you touched me deeply with that. May you always be blessed. I love you. May your blessings, may this Mandir, this Parivar always keep you afloat because you're a great soul. Let's give him a lovely round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you. Speaking of gurus, my parents, Pandit Shri Teacher Tulsi Persad, my mother, Ms. Grace Persad, listening on from down in Delhi in Trinidad, and with so many other devotees as well. In our Mandir home, we have 5 Pandits from India who are conducting over the 10 days of Ganesha Utsav, non-stop, 24/7. They're conducting Ganesh, they're chanting Om Gam Ganapate Namaha, they're doing Havan, Maha Havan, 111,000 recitations of Ganesh Mantra over this period. So blessed and so powerful is this devotion. Devotees, thank you for taking the time to be with us this morning, and those who have joined us last night and the rest of this weekend. Blessed are we to be amongst each other in this virtual, not virtual, but collaborative satsang here in this auspicious period of Ganesh Utsav. I always worship in terms of our satsang. We start with Lord Ganesha, then we go to the feet of the Guru and of course the Devi Ma. So Ganesh, Guru and Devi Mata. This morning, wherever your Gurus are, I know many of you, Pandit is your Guruji, and you have come and taken his darshan this morning. Wherever your Gurus are this morning, if you don't have a Guru, we go to the feet of our mothers and fathers, whether they're here or they've gone to the beyond. Subliminally bow to them as we chant and we sing this Guru Bhajan. The dust from the feet of the Guru is more sacred than visiting any of the holy sites anywhere in this world. Dharam it's called. Prem se bolo Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Clap your hands and sing along with me. Manas bhajre Guru Charanam Guru Saranam. Manas bhajre Guru Charanam Guru Saranam. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai. Guru Maharaj Sai Nath Sadguru Jai Jai. Sai Nath This morning, let us seek their blessings as we do always. Whenever we feel down and out, that Guru is that light. This morning, we also go now before the feet of Sunday morning, Surya Narayan Bhagavan. We covered Surya Narayan a little bit in our Katha last night. We'll again revisit that this morning. But we give praise to Surya Narayan, that God, that sun God. Many people ask me, so Pandit, why it is that Hindus or Sanatanists will get up and bow to the sun? Why do we bow to the sun? Anybody know why do we bow to the sun? Some may say, well, sun is 95 degrees in Houston this morning. Cool down a little bit now. No devotees. You see, even growing up as a little boy in Trinidad, I grew up with my Aji. My parents were in college. And in the morning, she would wake me up early in the morning and say, oh, get up and go and take a shower, man. Come and meet me in the front. And she said, go pick that red hibiscus flowers. I would say, Aji, I want to sleep. What is this all about? But she would take a shower. She would take her orni, you know what the orni is, right? Cover the orni. And put half of the orni in her hands like this. So put a lota of water. And she'll take the red flower that I will bring, place it in that lota. She says, come, Peter, stand next to me and face the sun. And she would start praying to the sun for 5 minutes in the hot sun. I just think that this lady was crazy. I didn't know what she was doing. But it's only afterwards when I did my research and realized that she was thanking Surya Narayan for every single breath of air, every single day that she was alive on this earth. God bless her soul. Tremendous woman. Devotees, Aji never attended a single day of school. She was illiterate. She could not read or write, but boy did she have knowledge like Ganapati Bhagwan. She was so smart, super smart. But what she was teaching me is, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. When you wake up every morning and you look at the sun, simple words, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Thank you, O Surya Narayan, for enlightening me, for lighting up this world and for giving us sustenance. If the sun were to switch off for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, what's going to happen to this universe? It'll freeze in an instant. It will be so powerful as the sun. Last time we spoke about the chakras. The Mayūr-eśvara chakra where Lord Ganesha resides. Lord Ganesha resides in the Mayūr-eśvara chakra. Devi Durga Mata also resides in this Mayūr-eśvara chakra. Has NASA yet figured out? They're figuring out everything now. Thousands of years after it was written in the Vedas and the Puranas. It's written. Has NASA realized or figured out yet what powers the sun or who powers the sun? Is there a nuclear reactor in the middle of the sun? Okay, you can do your research on Google. I guarantee you wouldn't find it. What powers the sun? But our scriptures teaches us, the Devi Bhagavatam, Bhavani Shankar Ma, the mother of this universe, is more powerful than that energy that comes out of the sun. So she is equated to powering that sun. In the Sri Hanuman Chalisa, one of the lines, Yug Shahastra Yojan Parabhanu Liyuta Himaguru Parajanu. When Hanumanji went up thinking the sun was a ripe apple and going to eat it, that's the line that Goswami Tulsidashi, Yug Shahastra Yojan, with the math, 10,000 times 8 plus 63. It is 93 million miles away from the earth. And it's written in Sri Hanuman Chalisa. NASA just figured that out. I have all praises for NASA, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-NASA. I'm glad they're doing all the research and all of that. But our scriptures are so rich and pristine that we fail sometimes to even realize what has been written and look to science now to prove what is already here. Devotees, we give praise and thanks to that Lord of the Sun this morning, Surya Narayan. Ask him to bless you with good health, with strength and prosperity, and give him thanks. We say, Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Praise the Lord, Surya Narayan Bhagavan ki. Om Bhashkaraya Vidmahi Divakaraya Dhimahi Tanno Surya Prachodayat. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Can you feel the energy? Now the heat I'm talking about, the Shakti is here. It is ripe for the picking. All we have to do is to release the negative energy, open our hearts and our minds, and fill it with this nectar that is an ambrosia that's emanating from this beautiful altar. It's all because of you, devotees. To summarize a little bit from yesterday, last night, sorry, it seems like just a few hours ago we were here. We were dealing with the katha of the demon Sindhu. And this demon Sindhu, his mother, who prayed, had prayed to Surya Narayan, incidentally, as we just performed his worship. And she did penance for numerous years in forests to have a child that would live a normal life. Because she had several children, but they would die after 1 year, 2 years, they would just die. Because of the Shakti and the energy of Surya Narayan, she couldn't contain the heat that he was generating because of Surya Narayan in her body. So she went to the river Sindhu, and she delivered this baby on the banks of the river Sindhu. Hence his name, Sindhu. He was born a fierce demon, and he did penance. Remember last time we spoke about doing penance, standing on one toe. I asked you last night, I'm sure you went home when you tried it, you would stand up on one foot. It's kind of difficult. Not only standing on one foot, but with your hands like this over the head. And not for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but for years upon years. Sindhu stood on one toe. And I said last time, hopefully it was his big toe. If he had a small toe, I'm sorry for him. He stood in this position, like Ravan did. When Ravan chanted Om, he chanted actually the Mahamrityunjay mantra. Trayambakam yajamahi sugandhim pushti vardana urvaru viva vandana mrityur mokshamamta. When Ravan chanted, the heavens roared. Hence, Lord Shiva opened his eyes and said, yes, Ravan, what would you like? What is your boon? He did this for several years, devotees. Sindhu, after doing tapasya to the gods, to Surya Narayana and Lord Brahma, he asked, after, like the sage Valmiki, when he went into penance, the ants, they formed a molehill over him. They covered him with dirt. Same thing here with Sindhu. When he, after many, many years, his body was covered with this soil, became an anthill or molehill. A fire emerged from his crown of his head up to the heavens, and it began to burn the heavens. So strong was that fire, the heat from that fire, that even Surya Narayana became worried. Surya Narayana came and he sprinkled some nectar on him to calm him down, to cool the flames. And then, of course, he asked Surya Narayana. Surya Narayana says, O Sindhu, I am very pleased with your tapasya and your devotion. Ask for a boon. What would you like? And this is where Sindhu was given this boon, that he will never be defeated by a human being. Never be defeated by an animal. He will always be successful in battle. So every battle, every war, every fight he entered, he will always be victorious. And he will be invincible. But there was one caveat. Surya Narayana said, you must wear this kalash, a little pot, with this nectar around your neck. And as long as you have that around your neck, no one can destroy you. But the person that takes that kalash away from your neck, or breaks that kalash, will not only destroy you, but he will bathe in your blood. Devotees, Sindhu wanted to rule the universe. So what did he do? Whenever you want to become powerful, whenever you want to become invincible, what do? You gang up with people who have the same frame of mind. So he called up a bunch of the demon friends, and he ganged up with all of them now and began to torment the entire universe. The gods, the devas, from hemisphere to hemisphere, he went all over, tormenting everyone. All of devas now, they felt very scared and decided to go to Lord Vishnu. It seems as though in all scriptures, in most of our scriptures, whenever devas are troubled, they always go up to Krishna, to Vishnu, sorry. And when they went to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu says, okay, I will come, I will lead the effort, the charge, to fight with this demon. And let us see now what will take place. Devotees, this morning, we give praise to Satyanarayan Bhagavan, Lord Vishnu, as the mantra tells us. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Subhanam Lakshmikantam Kamalahayanam Yogi-Dhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavaye Haram Sarvaloke Pranam Sarvaloke Pranam. We glorify Him. Clap your hands and sing devotees. Narayana 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 Om Sindhu Deva. Praise the Lord. Sing Narayana 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 May the blessings of Lord Vishnu be upon one and all. Devotees, Lord Vishnu led the fight now against this demon Sindhu and his army. Fighting took place for many, many days, many weeks. And then Lord Vishnu finally decided, he says, okay, this fellow seems to be invincible. Let me grant him a boon. So he came in front of Sindhu. He says, oh Sindhu, your actions and your determination are tremendous. Ask me for a boon, I shall grant it to you. And Sindhu was a very smart demon. What did he say? He says, I want the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and of course Lord Shiva, to come and reside in my town, my city, my country called Gandaki. Last time we covered the Gandaki river, and of course its symbolism for the Shaligrams come from this river. Devotees, the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, and all their followers lived at Gandaki for many years. And then Sindhu continued now to torment the entire universe. You see, his abhiman was inflated because of the people around him. Be very careful of those who you associate with. Some people are only there to inflate your ego for their own benefits. And the minute they cannot get anything else from you, they're gone. See, next time, next turn. Devotees, his ego was so inflated, just like Ravan in Ramayana. When Ravan's ego got inflated, his own son, just to digress for a second, his own son Prahas said to him, Pa, that army that is coming, your ministers are telling you that they will eat the monkeys and bears, that's food. What happened to the one monkey that came the other day by the name of Hanuman? Where was the appetite then? They're only filling your abhiman, they're fooling you. And he slapped his son and kicked him. He says, move from here, I don't want to hear anything. But his son was only trying to show him the light. His son was not inflating his abhiman, he was deflating the abhiman. The Ravan couldn't take that, you see. When the abhiman becomes so inflated, when that ego becomes so inflated, you can't listen to anything, you can't reason. Because the only thing you're seeing is what is desirous, what you have in your mind, what you want, what is material that is. Devotees, Sindhu then felt, because of all of his accumulations, and because of the things that people were saying to him, his own supporters, his own generals, his advisors, he felt that he was God. And he ordered all of the temples that were built, all temples to be destroyed, all the murtis, all the paintings to be destroyed, and new temples to be constructed in his honor, and murtis of him to be placed in the temple so people can worship him. And he went on to say even furthermore, if anyone was found worshipping any other god than him, they should be killed instantly, they will meet their death. Could you imagine a ruler like this? Devotees, all of the sages then took refuge in a place called Mount Mayūr in India. It's still there today. And they started to pray to the sage Brihaspati, the Guru. Brihaspati then instructed them to pray to Lord Ganesha. But the form of Lord Ganesha was the one form that we are going to cover, with 10 hands and riding on a lion. Lord Ganesha, the son of Mother Parvati and Bhagavan Shiva, he says, as they prayed to him, he called out to Lord Ganesha. He says, I will destroy all the demons and protect all of you who are pious. Every one of us devotees is pious in some way. He says, your kingdoms will be restored to you. I guarantee it. And he says, seeing all of this now, the sages followed them. They followed Lord Ganesha. They went to pray to the feet of Lord Shiva, asking him to protect them and their austerities. Lord Shiva gave them the promise of protection. He says, I would like to stay here with all of you and meditate upon me. Shakti Parvati then went into the holy mountains. She also began to serve penance there in the mountains in Nepal or near to Kailash, meditating on Lord Ganesha. She continuously recited Om, the primordial mantra. Om, incidentally, is called a monosyllabic, mystical sound of Lord Ganesha. Now, if you look at an Om, there must be an Om in the link somewhere. this side. If you look at the Om, if you turn the Om this way, you will see it looks like the elephant with the tusk. That tail of the Om is the tusk of the elephant. And that symbolizes Lord Ganesha. Devotees, if you are starting a new project, if you are a student in school, and you have just started, I think your school, any students here, I'm sure you have students in your school started a couple of weeks ago, right? If you can, it's not too late, in your exercise book or in your notebook, in the top corner of the cover, inside cover of your notebook, draw that Om and put a dot in it like Lord Ganesha with an eye. Whatever project that you start or you begin, or if you're going to write anything, you will complete it. If you're reading a book, whether it's any kind of book, whether it's a novel, religious book, any sort of book, open the first page cover and write an Om in the inside cover of the book. Make it look like a Lord Ganesha with the Om and put a dot in it. I guarantee you will finish reading that book from cover to cover. Because he is the remover of all obstacles, the Vinayaka, devotees. At the end now, Mother Parvati, she gave up in her fasting. She gave up food, drink, and of course sleep and rest at night. Day and night she meditated on that form of Lord Ganesha. What is the mantra? Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. At the end of 12 years, the tapasya of penance was completed. And Lord Ganesha, known as God of Virtue, appeared to Mother Parvati in her presence, in her tapasya. And this time, Lord Ganesha appeared to her as the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha. In this appearance, or in this manifestation, with 3 heads and 1 body in the original form. Ganesha then spoke to the Divine Mother. He says, O Ma, O Mother Shakti, I am pleased with your austerity, and whatever boon you choose, the same will be granted to you. Mother Parvati said, my son Ganesha, today, my entire blessing, my entire being was blessed with your presence. All gods are in you, and you are the Supreme Lord. Let me repeat this. Mother Parvati saying to Lord Ganesha in this form, all gods are in you, and you are the Supreme Lord. She says, I pray that you will be born in my womb as my son. Let us connect the dots here now. Lord Ganesha is a son. One form of Lord Ganesha is a son. But this form of Lord Ganesha, by the way, Lord Ganesha, we established this last night. Lord Ganesha existed many, many years in the Puranas, in the Vedas. His name is written, Vinayaka is written in there. So here now he's taking an avatar, a form. Mother Parvati is saying, I pray that you will be born in my womb as my son. Please, this wish of mine is for the joy of all beings. Mother Parvati didn't say that you only come into my life so you can brighten up my life. You know, when you have a baby in a family, the baby brightens up the whole house, the whole family, the whole parivar. No, she's saying, come and born in my womb for the benefit of all mankind. This form we are speaking about. She says, kindly fulfill my wish. And Ganesha said, Tathastu ma, Tathastu. It shall be fulfilled. And then he disappeared. Mother Parvati, she made now a clay image of Lord Ganesha. And as she saw him, she built a temple around him in that living image. And she called it Sindhu Kshetra. It still exists today. I mentioned this last night. It's in Nepal, Sindhu Kshetra, in Nepal in India. Which means those who meditate there, all their worship, all their wishes are granted. Then she blessed that holy spot and then returned to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was in deep meditation and she fell at his feet and she praised him. Lord Shiva opened his eyes and blessed Mother Parvati. And then Shakti Devi Ma narrated and shared the promise that Lord Ganesha made to her to be born as a son. Then Lord Shiva said to her, O Parvati, the agony and pain of the entire universe will come to an end by the incarnation of Ganesha in you. Devotees, I repeat, Lord Shiva's words to Mother Parvati, O Uma, the agony and pain of the entire universe shall come to an end by the incarnation of Ganesha in you. Hence the reason why so much attention and so many in this world today, to this day, are worshipping Lord Ganesha in that clay form, in all the mandirs and all the temples we go before him. Incidentally, I will digress in the Katharis a little bit. Once Lord Ganesha was doing battle with this same demon, Sindhu, and he became very tired. And in those days, when someone got tired, there were no mattresses, there were no air mattresses, there were no, we call it cots to sleep on. So Lord Ganesha went to the bank of a river and he laid upon some grass. And the grass was very comfortable. It made him very comfortable and restful. What kind of grass do you think that was? What kind? Not bush, dew grass. Bush grass will cut you, The dew grass. And that durba, it's called durba grass, is why we offer it to Lord Ganesha. You see some people will make the malas with durba grass and offer it to him. Why? So that he can rest comfortably, so he can be peaceful. This is why we offer the durba grass. In puja, we offer one of the 16 offerings, Sodar, Matrika, Uchar. We offer it as a form of prosperity to all the devas and devis. But to Lord Ganesha, that is the grass that he rested upon after doing battle with this demon, Sindhu. Coming back to Katha. Lord Shiva, after saying this to Mother Parvati, that he will manifest in this incarnation to bring an end to all pain and suffering. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Devotees, in these 10 days, 10 nights, 10 sessions of Ganesh itself, please find some time, if you haven't done so already. Go to your Murti of Lord Ganesha or come here for that matter. You don't need to bring anything fancy or any delicacies. Yes, if you prepare, that's great. But you know what's the most important thing to bring to him to offer? Bring your heart. Bring your heart filled with love and pour it to Lord Ganesha and speak to him. Have a heart-to-heart conversation with Lord Ganesha. Because of what Lord Shiva said to Mother Parvati in our Ganesh Purana, devotees, he is the remover of all obstacles, all pain and suffering, and anything that is adharmic, anything that is negative. If you have a medical complaint, medical complication, a medical challenge, place it to the feet of Lord Ganesha. He's the Lord of miracles, devotees. Mother Parvati meditated now on Ganesha as Ganesha, G-U, Ganesha, and whose darshan she had earlier in that form. Now she prepared another living image of Lord Ganesha, and worshipped that murti with supreme devotion. The Lord appeared to her again as a beautiful boy of transcendental effulgence and says, As for my promised one, I have now appeared as your son. I shall serve both you as Lord Shiva and you as my divine parents. And I will crush that demon Sindhu and restore paradise to all the devas. Devotees, after these main duties, he says, I shall return to Savan and Dharma, the abode of bliss. Saying this, he assumed the form of a little baby and he began to cry. And hearing the cry of the baby now, all of the sages gathered around him. Mother Parvati and her maid servants, they began to bathe this baby boy and feed him milk and so forth. Lord Shiva came with his ganas. He came to bless the baby. And the child now was transparent like a crystal hill. Lord Shiva addressed the sages. He says, O sages, this child is the incarnation of the supreme word, Om. Lord Shiva is saying this. He shall certainly fulfill the wishes of all devotees and bring peace in the universe. So why not pray to him? Especially during this time. He shall fulfill the wishes of all devotees and certainly bring peace into this world. The sage says, O Lord Shiva, this day when he took avatar is the most auspicious day. It is the fourth, or it was the fourth day of the bright fortnight in the moon of Bhadrapad. In this particular part of the history, it was a Monday, and the zodiac sign was Leo. He will be of extreme valor and strength and will destroy the demons and restore Dharma. This was the astrological reading of the child when he did the patra, so to speak. And that day was known as Ganesh Chaturthi. Chatur means four. The fourth day from the moon. Devotees, we sing this beautiful bhajan. I'm very conscious of time. I have a tight schedule today, but we are going to wrap up by 12 o'clock, I promise you, and conclude this katha, this beautiful katha this morning. This bhajan tells us, O Ganapati, the giver of happiness, I salute you. I don't have the intelligence or intellect to describe your greatness. You are omnipotent and omniscient, and your form is distinctive. We meditate upon you in your divine name, ओम गणपति भगवान। प्रेम से बोल गजानन स्वामी की जय। विघ्न हरण गौरी के नंदन, सुमिर सदा सुखदाई। तुलसीदास कर तुलसीदास जो गणपति सुमिरे, कोटि विघ्न फलदाई रे। वेद पुराण कथा से पहले जो सुमिरे सुखदाई रे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि लक्ष्मी, मन इच्छा फलदाई रे। सुख वरण प्रभु नारायण रे, दुख हरण प्रभु नारायण रे। त्रिलोकपति दाता सुख धाम, स्वीकारो मेरे प्रणाम प्रभु, स्वीकारो मेरे प्रणाम। त्रिलोकपति दाता सुख धाम, स्वीकारो मेरे प्रणाम प्रभु, स्वीकारो मेरे प्रणाम। Give up happiness, O Lord, I pray to you. Devotees, Katha continues. There was a festival of 10 days. It lasted 10 days, which is the period at Mayūr-eśvara. On the 11th day, Lord Ganesha and the sages named him as Ganesha, not Ganesha, Ganesha meaning one who orders the primordial energy of the Trigunas to create the universe. And also, the abode of the living divine virtues is Ganesha. And it was Ganesha who would assume the name now, according to Ganesh Puran, Mayūr-eśvara. Mayūr-eśvara. Mayūr-eśvara is the avatar that he took, the form that he took to destroy this demon called Sindhu. The secret spies now of Sindhu carried the news to him, that there's an incarnation, there's a birth of this fellow called Ganesha at the hermitage of Lord Shiva. The spies said, "O Lord Sindhu, there's a forest called the Dandakarnya forest. This Dandakarnya forest is also the same forest in Ramayana, the one that Lord Rama was exiled to. The Dandak forest, shortened, called Dandakarnya. In the midst of this forest, there's a holy place called Trisandhya. And Lord Shiva is dwelling there with Mother Parvati Shakti. They have an unusual baby. So they describe it. They have an unusual baby. He has 6 arms. Its splendor eclipses 1,000 suns and moons, meaning he was shining, he was splendorous. Look at him, how beautiful. All the sages and Lord Shiva had named this child Ganesha. They were giving this information now to the demon Sindhu. They also predicted that he will kill all of us and restore paradise to the devas. So these fellows were, the term we use, kilkiti. They were scared. They were terror-stricken. Therefore, we have come to you to convey this news to you, O leader. Lord Shiva's 70 million attendants, they're keeping guard on this child. 70 million attendants. Somehow, we managed to escape from them and came here to bring you this news as your spies, O Lord. Kindly protect us now by destroying him, this invincible child. After this now, they heard a heavenly voice say, O demon Sindhu, your end is nearing. Devotees, if we go back to Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, when the demon king, Lord Krishna, was born, and he was already taken away across the river Yamuna, and the Devi had been brought and placed in the jail cell. Remember? When that voice, when he threw the Devi, he tried to destroy her. She said, "Oh fool, your demise has already been born and he's elsewhere." Even prior to that, when his sister Devaki got married to Nanda, what happened? A heavenly voice says, "O king, the 8th born child of this couple will be your destruction, will bring your destruction." Same thing here. Heavenly voice came across and said to him, "O demon Sindhu, your end is nearing. The one who is destined to destroy you is born in a forest. Beware." Demon Sindhu and his followers, with all their abhiman and all, remember he said he was God? Where is God now? He began to panic. He became very scared. It was like a bolt of lightning that hit him from the heavens. Devotees, some of the demons, they were so scared they fell unconscious with fear. For the first time in his life, Sindhu was very much disturbed. And after a while, he gathered his strength and he addressed all of his fear-stricken asuras, the demons. Here, listen to what he says now. This is their Bhiman speaking. "Oh, my powerful warriors, there's no one equal to me in these 3 worlds." He's speaking like a true warrior now, valiant, invincible. "How can a lamb attack a lion," he's saying, meaning he's the lion. "How can a mosquito kill an elephant?" Look at the analogies he's using. "How can that silly child kill me?" he's saying. "How can this silly child kill me?" Now, some of you, using your magical powers, I want you to go and destroy that child, wherever he is, and bring that dead body to me. Bring that good news to me. And those who kill him will be rewarded handsomely. Devotees, demons, they're material things again. They're looking for gold and silver and rewards, right? Several of them now decided now to go to Trisandhya, where Lord Ganesha was, the holy place. And the demons reached there and they waited for the right opportunity. A few days elapsed, and one day, Ganesha was playing by himself in the yard, and taking this opportunity now, a demon by the name of Gridaha Asura, one of Sindhu's henchmen, he assumed the form of a huge vulture with extraordinary strength, and he rushed down towards the boy and covered him with his wings, carried him away to the sky and picked him up like an eagle. The dust that was raised by this vulture, it made everyone's blind, created a sandstorm, so to speak, and everyone was blinded for some time. But then, when they could see again, there was no child in sight. "Where is Ganesha?" they cried. "Where is the light of our house? Where is my child?" started Mother Shakti, Mother Durga. She says, when she lifted her eyes down to the sky, she saw her son hanging from the beak of this huge vulture. And she fainted, crying in agony. Ganesha, the Supreme Lord, then suffocated that vulture, who fell down to earth with a thunderous thump. And the boy was safe, the vulture form disappeared, and the dead demon who took that form was shown in his true colors. Devotees, Shakti Ma came running towards with others and lifted the child and hugged him and caressed him. And all were wonderstruck by the strength of this child, killing that powerful demon and returning to earth. It was clear now to everyone that he was special. He was indeed God incarnate. The attendants of Lord Shiva came and threw the colossal body of the demon away over a mountain. Devotees, we glorify that form of Ganapati Bhagwan this morning in this bhajan. It says, worship the elephant-faced Ganesha, the Lord of the demigods, the son of Lord Shiva, who can bestow powers of an intellectual prowess. O Mother Parvati, the son of Mother Parvati, you remove the fear from this cycle of birth. Whenever we are scared, whenever we feel like we have come to the end of the road, we call upon Gajanan Swami. Praise the Lord, Gajanan Swami ki. Yeah, let us clap our hands and sing the words. Gajavadana, Gajanatha, Gajavadana, Vinayaka, Devotees, the demons kept on tormenting this poor child. Instant after instant, they would try all their tricks, their jadoo, their magic, but nothing worked. He destroyed, one by one, he destroyed them all. And when Ganesha completed the 4th month and entered to the 5th month now, there came a sage, Marichi, to see and to bless this baby. Parvati and others made him sit very comfortably. They washed his feet. They offered him milk and fruits and so forth. The sage blessed them all and then said to them, he had come to see and bless this baby with Ganesha. He said, I was meditating in the forest and this baby appeared in my dream, my prayers, and I wanted to come here and meet him and also at the same time to take the blessings of Lord Shiva unto you, Shakti Ma. Hearing these words, Parvati Ma was overwhelmed with joy and she brought her son and she handed the baby over to the sage. Saint Marichi now made the child sit on his lap very comfortably and he began to gaze at Ganesha. He looked at his transcendental beauty. It was he who appeared to the sage in his meditation. The sage says, O Shakti, I am convinced that your son is verily God, Bhagwan. He is the object of the meditation of all of the yogis. When we meditate, it is he, his form, that appears before us. The Vedas continuously praise this form. And the sages renounce everything in this world just to worship Lord Ganesha. He was one without a second. He is the Trinity. From time to time, he assumes different forms to protect Dharma. This is why we have spoken about 3 forms of Ganesha over the past 24 hours. Different forms to protect mankind. In the past, in Kritiya Yuga, he assumed the form of Mahotaka Vinayaka. In this avatar, he will be known as Mayūr-eśvara, and the peacock will be his vehicle. In the Dwapar age, he will be known as Gajanana. In Kali Yuga, his name will be Dhumraketu. That's this age of Kali. Dhumraketu. He will be invincible. No one can ever destroy him. Still, it is your duty to keep an eye and protection for him at all times. Shakti Ma said, O great sage, Please bless him with a special prayer of protection, and let that prayer protect my baby forever. The sage Marichi then entered into deep meditation right there and then, and he composed this beautiful prayer for the protection of Ganesha and for the protection of the future children. Devotees, it is an honor and a blessing for us to share this prayer this morning with this parivar and those of you joining us online as well. I ask all of you to please sit upright. Briefly what this prayer says, and this is from Ganesha Puran. We meditate on Mahodaka Vinayaka of the Kritiya age, mounted upon a lion and having 10 arms. We meditate on Mayūr-eśvara, who shines with the 6 arms mounted on a peacock in the Treta age. We meditate on Gajanan, the red color, with 4 arms in the Dwapar age. And we meditate upon Dhumraketu with 2 arms shining in this Kali age. May the Lord Vinayaka protect from the top of the head of this child and all his devotees. May the radiant Vinayaka protect all of us. We sit upright as we chant. Look at the Murti of Lord Ganesha, or even close your eyes and bring him to the center of your forehead as we ask his blessings. Prem se Ganesha Swami ki jai Shri Ganesh Mahapuran Bhagwan Vachan Yayet Simhagatam Vinayakam Digambhum Anye Yuge Tritayam Tu Mayūr-vahanam Sambhakam Siddham Vapayetu Gajananam Yuga Bhujam Raktagarakman Vibhu Trisetyu Dhivam Vajam Sitahanga Rituam Sarvatanam Sarva Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Vinayaka Sikham Patu Paramatma Parpapaha Ati Sundar Kayastu Makstam Makatam Su Mahodakaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Lalatam Kashyapaha Patu Briguvam Tu Madhurhara Naye Bharachandrastu Gajayastoha Gajayastoha Palavo Jivam Patu Ganakirtaha Chukubham Giristhatu Havichamam Vaicham Vinayakaha Patu Dantatu Rakshatu Dhumraha Shravanno Pashanaistitu Nasikham Chinta Ardadaha Ganesha Astu Mukham Kantham Patu Devo Gajana Prem se Ganesha Swami ki jai. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Devotees, in conclusion this morning, the katha went on where Lord Ganesha, eventually met, now as he became an adult, met with this demon called Sindhu after destroying all of his generals face to face on this river. And they fought for days. As I mentioned to you before, to rest at night, Lord Ganesha would go and place his head on the turba grass. Eventually, using the Pashupatastra, the weapon of Lord Shiva, he was able to destroy Sindhu. Why? He was not human, he was not animal, and he did not at the time belong to the realm of the Devas. He was part animal because he has the head of an elephant, and part human with a human body. And this is why he was able to destroy this demon Sindhu. With the Pashupata Astra, he was able to cut it in half. He cut that body in half, and what happened? Blood began to ooze. And as the saying from the boon of Lord Brahma and Lord Surya, when that person destroys you and destroys the nectar that was around his neck, that person will not only kill you, but he will bathe in your blood. Devotees, because of the synopsis and the symbolism of Sindhu now, the name Sindura came. And this is why we use the Sindura in the red powder, the vermilion powder, in puja. It's one of the stories, one of the kathas. And also, in this avatar of Lord Ganesha, you notice that some devotees of Lord Ganesha are either orange in color or red in color. This is the avatar that he took here. Mayūr-eśvara. Remember this, okay? No worship can succeed unless the heart is pure and the senses are mastered. In other words, when we sit to perform puja, we sit to do worship in front of our devotees, our mind should be focused. We are in satsang, our mind should be focused. Not on anything else, not on what is cooking, what we have to go home and cook, or who's going to win the cricket match tonight down in Guyana. Did I go there? No, I'm just kidding. Devotees, Our mind should be focused on in the moment that we are in, what we are here for, to worship Bhagwan. Ganesha is the God who helps overcome all obstacles. Let me repeat. Ganesha is the God that helps to overcome all obstacles. But he will create obstacles when good endeavors are obstructed by bad influences. The most important part of this statement. He will create obstacles when good endeavors are obstructed by bad influences. So, in this world today, this mundane world today, there are many avenues for people to do bad, to harm or to hurt others. Yes, unfortunately, I ask for your forgiveness for saying this, but it is true. As a Pandit, sometimes we are approached by people, Baba, can you do so and so? Negative things. No, don't come by this Baba. I'm sorry. No. Devotees, if you create problems for other people, you're taking on negative karma. One day to come, you too will have to pass through that same karma. As you do, what's the rest of it? So shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. Devotees, Lord Ganesha will also clear the path for those who are sincere. If your mind is clear, your mind is clean, and you see, as we speak about this, mind is clean and doing things to hurt others. Let us not judge anyone. We are not equipped to judge. The magistrates, the courts, the Supreme Court, those fellows can only judge the law. But when we judge each other, we are creating pap and punya. You know what is pap and punya? Negative karma that sometime in this life that we will have to pay for. Maybe our children or generations to come will have to pay for. Let us judge ourselves. Instead of looking out, look in. Make count. Who am I? What have I done today to uplift my brother or my sister? What have I done this week or this month or this past few days in Ganesha to make the life of somebody else better? To take away the pain and suffering from my loved ones or those who I consider my friends. Not go into negativity. Always stay positive. Stay positive. Our scriptures teach us this, devotees. Lord Ganesha is Pranana Vandana, bright in countenance. He looks is beneficial. His looks are beneficial. And when you pray to him, nothing else but good can come out of it. He will not be that when you seek his help for material things. If you go to him and say, Bhagwan Ganesha ji, you riding on a rat, I want a new car. It doesn't work like that. No. We ask him for things that are beneficial to us spiritually. How do I make myself better? How do I make myself a better person so I can go out there and serve? Can wash the feet of those who are sacred. To wash the feet of the elderly, to feed the homeless, to feed the poor, to hug the orphans of this world. Devotees, he is Pranavasvarumpa, the Om personified. He is the auspicious, said Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Today in this world, students worship Ganesha for success in academic studies and for developing and acquiring knowledge. As a matter of fact, all that is learned by these studies may term education, but learning can be called vidya or true knowledge. Last time we spoke of his two companions, Siddhi and what's the other one? You all forget already? Buddhi. Right? Siddhi is the power, Buddhi is the knowledge. His two companions. Now, to apply this term vidya or knowledge, which has a very profound significance to any kind of modern knowledge, like a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, PhD, and so forth, no, that is incorrect. What we pursue today in education is not vidya. Vidya is knowledge of the scriptures of how to make ourselves better, how to serve God in human form. Devotees, from birth to death, all that man learns and understands is through awareness. We have to experience it to learn. Experience is the best teacher, right? Vidya is a way of life. Talking, eating, walking, thinking, these are all part of Vidya because we are experiencing it. Everything that we do, music, singing, bhajan, kirtan, this is all part of Vidya, puja. So Vidya is this total awareness of life. And what is this awareness? Knowing the bits and pieces, that is not awareness. It is complete and comprehensive knowledge. That is true awareness. And for this kind of knowledge, one has to pray to Vinayaka. Last time we covered that Mother Saraswati. It is very auspicious to pray to Mother Saraswati for knowledge, for Vidya. And Mother Saraswati resides where? In the belly of Lord Ganesha, symbolically. But she also belongs to the Mayūr-eśvara chakra. Very quickly before we close. The 7 major chakras in this body. We start from the base, the Mayūr-eśvara chakra, where Lord Ganesha and Devi Durga Mata, Bhavani Shankar Mata resides. And in order for us to open the rest of the chakras, and to open the last one, the Sahasrara chakra, through the Kundalini, right? And to make that connection with God, we have to go through, we start with Om, the first mantra, primeval mantra. And as we start reciting this mantra Om, if you sit at home quietly, in a quiet space, turn off the cell phone, turn off the lights, maybe have a diya going and you focus and you start chanting Om, you're going to find after a few minutes, depending on your level of devotion, within a few minutes your body is going to start shaking like this. You know why? Not because the backbone or the Shushumna is tired, no. The chakras are beginning to open. As you keep chanting Om, and you'll notice the body is going to go like this on its own, without any energy, any inclination from you. And your body is going to start to reverberate like this. And then the chakra is going to open one at a time until you reach up to the Shushumna Nadi, which is on the top. The Sahasrara chakra is already on the top. And that is how we meditate. And the reason for that is the energy center, the Mayūr-eśvara chakra, and the power of Ganesha. Devotees, good or evil, good or bad, are the denizens of one's own heart. Where God is, the devil and fellows like Sindhu and them cannot be. Where God is, evil can never be. God plays pranks and He directs this play. He causes tears, but He also quenches tears. If He leads you to something, He will be the one to lead you. Plenty people will call say, Baba, open the book, check it, see Baba, Grahata, I've seen a lot of trouble. Well, if God took you there, God will take you out. Please always have that faith. He cures madness and He inflicts madness. And God rewards us according to the manner in which He is conceived or approached. Not by the quantity, not by the quality, but by pure love. And He grants us consolation and courage once you have cleansed yourself by the pure tears that flow from your eyes. And those tears are not tears of sorrow, but tears of devotion. It is with this, devotees, I am past my time, that we will bring this katha to a conclusion. And let me tell you, it was an absolute pleasure sharing these 2 sessions with you. And I hope and pray that you will take something positive away from these discourses, these 2 sessions, and share it with your friends and relatives. If you have learned something new, something positive, put it into practice. If there's anything that was negative, please see me or forgive me. I ask for forgiveness. What I have brought to you is directly from the Holy Scriptures and from my gurus as well. And the little knowledge that exists, we will share with the masses and share globally. In this holy ashram, Sanatan, Dharam, Mandir, it's always a pleasure to be here with Panditji, Panditji, and all the other Pandits, my brother Pandits as well, and my brother Chris and Crystal. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this, Pradeepji, as well in your family, and to all of you who have come from here. Let's give all of the musicians a lovely round of applause. Thank you so much. My brother Sharmaji and family, thank you also for being part of this. And it is so much of a joy to share with you. It's always sad when we come to the end of a yajna or sessions of devotion. You wish this can continue on and on and on. But I promise that I know all of you have things to do. You have football games and cricket matches to look at today. I know I have other pujas to take care of and a flight to catch to get back home to resume normal duties. But with that said, let the blessings of Lord Ganesha be upon one and all. And I say to all of you, love all and serve all selflessly, help ever and hurt never. प्रेम से बोलो गजानन स्वामी की जय. Thank you very much. While I guess you're doing Havan Navas?
We Krishna Puja and then Havan.
Okay, no problem. Let's do a bhajan collectively while puja is being finished with the Havan, and then we will proceed. जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक कवियत सुंदर सुखदायक जय कवियत सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक
again this morning with me this morning performing the Havan. So we give the Bhagwan, the Devis, the Devtas, the glorification of our love, our time, devotion, as we offer this Persad. So we join this morning. Hari Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namas Swaha. Om Adnaya Namas Swaha. Om Prajapate Namas
Swaha.
Swaha. Om Indraya Namas
Swaha.
Om Somaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Ishretaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Atmanyam Punya Atmanyam Pratikretam Atman Samarpayami Pujayami Stapyami Pratikretam Shkirti Bhagwan Pujanam Pratikretam Tatsadayo. Om Shri Ganesh Bhagwan Pyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Adnaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Somaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Prajapate Namaha
Swaha.
Om Ishtetaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Kuldetaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Brahmdetaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Stamdetaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Bhu
Swaha.
Om Bhava
Swaha.
Om Jana
Swaha.
Om Satyam
Swaha.
Om Bhurbhuva
Swaha.
Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat
Swaha.
Om Bhurbhuva
Swaha.
Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat
Swaha.
Om Bhurbhuva
Swaha.
Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat
Swaha.
Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Chama Shivaratri Durga Mata
Swaha.
Now Durga Devi Mata
Swaha.
Om Lakshmi Mata
Swaha.
Om Ashtasiddhi Mahalakshmi Mata
Swaha.
Om Saraswati Mata
Swaha.
Om Shri Brahma Bhagwan Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Vishnu Bhagwan Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Namah Shivaya Shankaraya Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Devaride Mahale Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Nandi Vringri Avri Prat Subhamanyushi Kartike Kumar Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Ram Bhagwan Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Panchamuki Mahavir Swami Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Anjana Mata Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Pawan Dev Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Tulsi Mata Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sita Mata Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Radhe Mata Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Prithvi Mata Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Kudevtaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Gram Devtaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Krishnaya Govindaya Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Radhe Rukmini Mata Satyabhama Vedvati Jamunti Yashoda Maya Nandaki Baba Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Govindaya Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Chanama Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Mangala Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Brihaspati Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shukra Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Mangala Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Brihaspati Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shukra Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sanita Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Sisters and brothers devotees, as we offer to the victors. Om Matri Pitri Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Matri Pitri Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Matri Pitri Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Aryama Pitra Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Om Shri Rahu Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Ketu Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sarva Devi Devta Devo Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sarva Devi Devo Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sarva Devi Devta Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sarva Brahmanaya Vyo Namaha
Swaha.
Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnatu Purnamarachate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishvate Om Bhurbhuva Swaha. Om Sarveve Purnagam Swaha. Final offering. Om Sarveve Purnagam Swaha. Shri Agni Bhagwan Vyo Namo Namaha. Agni Bhagwan Pujayami Stapyami Pratigrahitam Tatsat Hari Om. Shri Agni Bhagwan Rakshanam Rakshanam. Om Shanti Rastu Vidhi Pushti Rastu Vidhi Rastu Yat Prapanam Tarpahastamastu Dvipade Chatuspade Shanti Bhavatu Shanti Bhavati Agni Bhagwan Yo Namo Namaha Om Vidyamasi Vidyamohidehi Om Balamasi Balamohidehi Om Tejo Yasi Tejo Mohidehi Om Saho Yasi Saho Mohidehi Agni Bhagwan Ki Jai Bhagwan Avyami Samyami
Principal Gajanan Swami Ki Jai, Saspanan Prophets, those eyes will sing Arti to Ganesha. Hari Om Sajan Javat Samitam.
Offering Persad. Offering Persad. Yeah. Have Persad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. Those of us who bring our prasadam.
Ready? Sing a bhajan.
मेरे श्याम तेरा